Okay, we have a little bit of an unorthodox download here. We're at the gas station, just outside of Buffalo, New York. It's day 36. We've got about 7,300 miles on the van right now, and we're on our way to Cleveland. The reason we came all the way to Cleveland tonight is because there's a Roar on the Shore motorcycle event in Erie, Pennsylvania this weekend, and all of the hotels were taken up, almost between Buffalo and Cleveland. And since we're going to be getting there at almost 2 in the morning, I figured do the download now. So we woke up this morning in Ontario, and what did we do?
We went to Niagara Falls.
That's
Yay!
right. We tried to meet our friends, the Novaks, there, but we kind of got there a little bit later than they did. They hit the boat before us, but we did the Hornblower cruise that took us.
Maid of the Mist.
Well, the Maid of the Mist is the New York side. The Canadian side doesn't do Maid of the Mist anymore. So Hornblower, what did you think?
It was awesome. It was very windy, definitely, from all the water vapor.
Just getting up to the falls, just looking up, seeing all the water.
Yep.
Just coming down.
There's a lot of spray and stuff like that, which is cool. Very, very cool. And then with the Novaks, our friends that we tried to meet there, we walked by the falls, saw the falls where they filmed Superman 2. That was fun. We had a little lunch there, and then we got back into the van, and then where did we go? The Bird Kingdom. We saw this thing that said the largest indoor aviary ever. So we stopped there, and what did we see?
Birds.
Yeah, okay.
Birds like
Yeah,
macaws and
Yep.
different types of birds. We saw lorikeets.
There was a whole bunch of
lorikeets.
You got to pet them.
There
were about 20 in a confined tank, but the keeper said that there were only 3 that were friendly.
So they had a separate room that had a whole bunch of lorikeets, and some of them were really, really friendly. So we tried to hold and play with some of them, which was fine. All right, and then after we did that and we had a good time there, we went over to the U.S. side. And that as we were crossing the bridge back into the United States, I looked up and I saw 6 jets flying in formation. It turns out that the Thunderbirds had an air show in Buffalo that day, and we got to see part of the show. And what did we do? We went immediately to visit my grandma and grandpa. We visited their graves, and that was interesting. And then we went to see the houses that my father grew up in. We went to see the one where he lived up until around 1960. And the guy there actually let us in. And I got to see this house. He said that he noticed some scrawling of a name in the plaster in the basement, and he went down to show us, and then he remembered that only 3 weeks ago they covered over it. So my dad's name was scrawled in the plaster of the basement. And by him. And it's been like that for 35 years until 3 weeks ago. So anyways, the guy was awesome for taking us around the house and showing it to us. After that, we went to a gathering of my dad's cousins, and it was wonderful. We saw people that I haven't seen in a while, and some people Alex and Jason have never met. Could each of you please just tell me something interesting that you heard or learned tonight?
There was a gentleman there. His name was Ed, and he was very nice. He told Jason and I both a story about how he was in the Holocaust and how he escaped and how he came to the U.S.
That's right. His mother was killed in the concentration camps. His dad was killed in a bombing. So I mean, we learn about these things, but sometimes it gets brought home in a very personal way, and I think that happened today. What about you, Jason? Was there anything that you learned besides that?
So yeah, just the story from Ed.
All right. Good. All right. It was a wonderful night. And then, after we left and got on the road to Cleveland, another set of cousins brought us to the cemetery where my great-great-grandfather and great-great-grandmother are buried, and we found it in the dark. I had never seen that grave before, so it was very interesting. I think one of them was born in 18... Well, I'll show you. I've got the photo of the gravestone, but it was a long time ago. So look, that's it. We're headed to Cleveland and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame tomorrow with our good friend Scott Brody and a cousin Mike Miller. And the day after that's going to be Cedar Point. Yay! So a couple of days of fun. And as always, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
What do you think? Jason, what do you think? This video sticks. I just want to get this amazing